So, so based on all the important keywords, I think the question is, despite being in power, how is it that the left has managed to continue to make an impact, whereas the right has not created any change in the situation or the ecosystem? Um, Perhaps I'm saying this for the nth time. I'll repeat myself again. You are not the right. Stop using the word right for yourself. The moment you impute labels and tags such as right, you end up putting yourself in the same basket as supremacists in the United Kingdom and United States. You're not the right. Please understand this very, very clearly. बस का सीट नहीं है जहां पे जो खाली है वहां पे बैठ गए. Okay. So just because others have called themselves the left, you're not the right. And there's a reason I consciously use the word indic. I don't use the word right for a very specific reason, because of all the connotations, and most importantly, because it is rife with colonial assumptions. We are not France. We are not United Kingdom for us to appropriate terms such as left and right. That has been imposed on us. That's precisely what I've been trying to write over a series of 30 pieces in the Daily Guardian on decoloniality and other subjects. And I'm in the course of working on something larger, and hopefully another 2 to 3 months it should be out. But please desist from using the word left and right. Even if the others call themselves the left, you are not the right. Let that be the first rule. So what are we? Left and right के जो concepts हैं, उसका स्रोत ही अलग है. Okay. The source itself is different. If you believe that you want to be the Vishwaguru, how do you hope to be the Vishwaguru by actually using the tools of the colonizer? I don't understand how that even works. You can't expect the rest of the world to look up to you for solutions on civilizational issues and universal issues and existential issues and still go with the same rules of the colonizer. Then you're a wannabe for all practical purposes. Why should the world look up to you when it has the original to look up to? Doesn't make sense at all. Second, so what is the sroth of your ideology? It is dharma. But dharma hai kya? So in fact, when you ask people, when you say you're fighting for dharma, what is it that dharma actually translates to? Dharma का स्रोत क्या है? अगर धर्म अपने आप में एक स्रोत है, तो धर्म के पीछे कुछ नहीं है क्या? उसके पीछे कोई सोच नहीं है क्या? So you have to understand the triple layered concept that, let's say, dharmic philosophy follows, which is the root is not dharma. The root is Rita. That is your that's your origin point. So from Rita comes Satya, and from there comes Dharma. What does it translate to? You look at thought, speech, and action. So there must be Rita in thought, Satya in speech, and Dharma in action. Okay? Therefore, the root is what is universal righteousness, or what is right and what is wrong. That is where you come from as far as the Indic philosophy is concerned. And the best part is, Indic philosophy, thanks to its evolution over thousands of years, may have had a racial connotation at some point. I'm not even in a position to comment on that. But its evolved form does not have the concept of a chosen people. It does not have the concept of this is right because it comes from me. I am the Arab, therefore I'm right. I am the white Christian European, therefore I'm right. No, we are not such people. That is what makes our claim to a universalist philosophy much superior and much better than every other philosophy that passes off as universally right and universally applicable. So please rid yourself of the belief that you come from the right wing. You are not the right wing. Anybody who listens to my talks and is interested in taking a leaf out of at least one thing that I say, assuming that everything that I say is useless and wrong, this is the one thing I'm not wrong on, which is do not appropriate these terms. Give up these words called progressive, liberal, conservative, whatever it is. All of this ultimately revolves around the same colonized mentality that the entire world has been subjected to since the Columbian expedition of 1492, when colonization effectively started. That's what history says. And the colonizers' intention to discover new worlds in 1492 was driven by his Christian notion that I must educate and civilize the rest of the world. Read literature on this. Even the West has started recognizing the religious, supremacist, and the racist motivations behind this entire philosophy. So the colonizers, descendants, and successors have understood what their origins are, and now हम लोग जो बस निकल चुकी है उसको पकड़ के घसीट रहे हैं हम लोग. Makes no sense. गाड़ी ट्रेन से निकल चुकी है, आप उसको छोड़ दो. Leave colonial lens completely and look inward. The kind of legacy that you are inheritors to, you can put the entire world to shame. They really have not much to teach us on philosophy, on law, on let's say on culture, civilization, nothing. When the word civilization and civilized nations are used by Westerners, and when they use enlightenment as the benchmark to judge the rest of us, it is Christian enlightenment supremacy at play. Please understand that, because enlightenment has a very, very clear Christian character. So you have to look at the history of Renaissance. You have to look at the history of Age of Discovery. Then you have to look at Christian Reformation. Then you have to look at what happened in Enlightenment. And each of these is distinctly Christian in character and European character. So European history is being passed off as global history, as if the rest of us have no history at all. You know why they called it the Age of Reason? Because until then, they were living in dark ages. The rest of the world was not living in the dark ages. हम लोग नंगे नहीं घूम रहे थे, वो लोग घूम रहे थे. Be clear about it. Your history goes much beyond what these people can even imagine. Your concept of time goes much beyond what these people are capable of even imagining. The concept of an eon, or the concept of a Brahma Muhurta, the concept of Brahma's age, this is something that they're not capable of wrapping their heads around. Their entire thought is linear. They don't even understand the concept of cyclical evolution, particularly when it comes to history. The rise and fall of cultures, they've just about started. So they're bachas when compared to us on this particular issue. Okay? So behave like the descendants of a truly ancient and living civilization, not as imitators of something that is being junked in the dustbin of history. That's the first step. Ecosystem की जो बात होती है, जो हम रखते जाते हैं ना, that can't be established on the basis of unoriginal thoughts on left and right. Liberalism. Okay? First, अपने आप को पहचानिए and आप अपने अंदर से एक इंस्पिरेशन को ढूंढिए कि आगे की सोच जो होगी उसका मेरे पास्ट के साथ, मेरे भूत के साथ क्या नाता है. You start with that. And when you do that, frankly speaking, the left will crumble because the left itself is unoriginal. I have never seen them capable of responding to an original argument. वही घिसे पिटे arguments होते हैं इनके पास, वही 4 से 10 बुक पढ़े होंगे, उसके ऊपर उनको कुछ नहीं आता है. And the most important thing is, there is no version of the left that is as ignorant as the Indian left. Okay? The Indian left is even more ignorant than the global left. And please note this, that the global left के अंदर जितनी diversity है और जितना realization है कि उनके ancestors ने बाकी communities और बाकी religions के साथ क्या किया, ये यहां पे नहीं है. भारत का लेफ्ट जो है उसको मार्क्सवादियों ने पूरी तरीके से हाईजैक कर लिया है. So Indian left is nothing but Marxist appropriation of a certain philosophy. Trust me when I say this. In principle, there are quite a few aspects that a true leftist and perhaps a true Indic may even agree upon, for instance, on issues of development and an approach to nature. These are aspects that we may end up even agreeing upon. And the reason why we are pitted against each other is because the left has been weaponized by the Marxist, along with, let me say it bluntly, with certain evangelical and Abrahamic vested interests, which have decided to weaponize the left to target the indigenous identity of this country. So, as law students, language is important. There is an evolving and perhaps an evolved branch of study called colonial linguistics. Please read it. I think that term was first introduced by a scholar by the name Partha Chatterjee. Read his work. He's supposed to be among the foremost scholars of nationalism. He has been a critic of that particular subject, but slowly even his views are beginning to take a different shape, because उम्र होते होते लोगों को थोड़ा तो ये नजर आता है ना कि भैया हमने आज तक जो कहा है, maybe we have actually affected our own roots in the process of earning a livelihood. Okay, so the world is moving at a different pace. Don't be stuck in this Cold War nonsense. Cold War को खत्म हुए, जमाना हो गया, आप आगे बढ़ो. Think of the Indic philosophy, contribute to the Indic philosophy, एंड भारत को वेस्ट के ढांचे में डालने की कोशिश मत कीजिए. भारत अपने आप में एक संस्कृति है, एक जीवित संस्कृति है. बाकी संस्कृतियां मर चुकी हैं, हम जीवित हैं. उसका एक रीजन है. Go through the history of Americas, go through the history of Caribbean, go through the history of Australia, go through the history of New Zealand. And each of these regions, so to speak, and continents, so to speak, do you think they were always Christian? कि Christian कैसे बने और कब बने? लेकिन हम Christian क्यों नहीं बने? We haven't even become Muslims, for God's sakes. That hasn't happened for after thousands of years of invasions. And you're being told that you're descendants of a defeated society. I'm sorry, I'm perhaps the only victorious civilization that has withstood the ravages of time and history for close to 1500 years. That is the root of this entire nonsense. I'm grateful for this question because the floodgates have been opened. All I'm trying to say is rubbish this. जो भी आपके साथ लेफ्ट राइट की बात करने आता है वो पुराना हो चुका है और वो पुराना होने वाला है. ये मैं आपको लिख के दे रहा हूं. In my living time, in my life and time, I will make sure that left and right become redundant in this country, at least wherever they become redundant or not. आप धर्म की बात कीजिए, इंडिक फिलॉसफी की बात कीजिए. मुझसे लोगों ने यह भी पूछा है कि भाई आप इंडिक क्यों बोलते हैं, धार्मिक क्यों नहीं बोलते. अरे भाई आप इंडिया क्यों नहीं बोलते, इंडिया क्यों बोलते हैं, भारत क्यों नहीं बोलते. My point is, India is perhaps what you wish to project. I don't completely agree with it. Indic is perhaps a crude approximate translation of dharmic. That's my true position. I'm not even running away from it. I've said this abundantly several times. I'm merely using a word that others are capable of understanding so that they know where I come from. Because I have to converse and engage with the rest of the world and tell them, this is my position. आप क्या कर लोगे मुझे बताओ. I'm not going to move from this position. I'm not going to butt from this position. I know what I'm talking about. Therefore, you want to build an ecosystem, start with original thoughts. And don't read nonsense in the refuse of history. Read Indian philosophy. Start with the Shad Darshanas. And understand what our thought processes are. भारत समय को कैसे देखता है, भारत काल को कैसे देखता है, भारत देश को कैसे देखता है, भारत संस्कृति को कैसे देखता है, ये पहले आप समझिए. Because you have to understand that ultimately time and history पे जिसका कब्जा है, he is ultimately the master. And the Western civilization effectively represents the complete domination of time and history of the rest of the world by Europeans and the Westerners. Western civilization is nothing but the product of Western European civilization, which is what ultimately led to the creation of the Americas, Latin America, so on and so forth. So, उनका ये मानना है that हम जिसके इतिहास को मानते हैं वो इतिहास है, बाकी सब मिथोलॉजी है. हमारे इतिहास की परिभाषा को इन्होंने पूरी तरह से बदल दिया है. ये बताएंगे कि हमारी इतिहास क्या है. Imagine giving somebody the right to actually control not just your present but your past, which is even more important. Because every person wants to know where he comes from, what is his origin. He is telling you that I will decide what your origins are. Okay, it's as good as a neighbor coming and telling you who your father is. लपड़ नहीं लगाएंगे आप किसी को. If somebody decides to tell you who your father is, other than your mother, what will you do? भाई तू आजा बात करते हैं. That's what you will say, right? That's what you will say. As a society and as a civilization, we seem to be perfectly comfortable letting every Tom, Dick and Harry coming from other organizations and other countries telling us who our ancestors are. अरे भाई तू बैठ जा, we know better than you. तू मत सिखा. That must be the straight answer. There is no better response to this nonsense than the Delhi lingo. So my honest suggestion is, come out of this. Recognize a mental slave the moment he uses left and right. Immediately say, boss, you have not come out of this nonsense. Okay? This is my single biggest suggestion. Even if Dr. Ambedkar used the word left and the right, remember that was a period when the world was still reeling under the impact of coloniality and colonialism. You're still looking at mid-20th century. Okay? वर्ल्ड वॉर से लेके कोल्ड वॉर तक coloniality continued to have a free reign in the form of Western imperialism, and only after 1989 the world has started asking these questions. हम किस चक्रव्यूह में फंस गए हैं? That's basically the question. Okay? Most people have a problem with the non-alignment movement because that put us in the lap of Soviet Russia. Okay? And therefore, of course, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru is to be blamed for it. However, I have to ask this question. Non-alignment movement, in principle, was a movement away from capitalism, was a movement away from communism, was a movement away from the West as well as the East to say, हम अपनी तकदीर खुद डिसाइड करेंगे, आप मुझे मत बताइए. That was the basic position. Look at these issues slightly dispassionately. Come out of your political baskets. Look at it more from a civilizational basket. You will make sense of it better. Okay? Next question.